Good morning, Nicole. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you, Carolyn?
I'm doing excellent. Another Wednesday morning, and I'm ready halfway through the week, almost time for the weekend.
Yes.
So, just getting started on here. I'm bringing up our Facebook page so we can get the comments live on here. While I'm pulling this up, Nicole, I'm sure we're going to have viewers who are watching and they may not know who you are. So, you want to tell us a little bit about who you are?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name's Nichole, and Mel Fisher is my grandfather.
That's so awesome.
If you're not sure who Mel Fisher is, he's the world's greatest treasure hunter. He moved here in the early 60s in search of treasure in Florida from California and started salvaging treasure right here on the Treasure Coast. That's where we're located, Mel Fisher's Treasure Museum in Sebastian, Florida, and was successful at treasure hunting and then moved his operation down to Key West looking for the Atocha, the world famous Spanish galleon loaded with millions and millions of dollars of treasure. And he found it after many, many hard years of searching, but he found it and, was kind of named the world's greatest treasure hunter after that. And the rest is history.
That's awesome. And where are you sitting at right now?
I'm in my office at Mel Fisher's Treasure Museum. I've been here for about 16 years. I'm the director. My little brother, Mel, is the manager here at the museum, and just a small family, owned business. We've been here, this museum has been here actually for 30 years. Oh, and wow. There's Melvin right now.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing
Carolyn,
great.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll be down there
to the
soon.
Kellyco fans.
Hello, everybody.
Glad to have you join in.
Here, show them your shirt. He made these shirts, and this one too. They're tie-dyed.
That's
so we got the colorful ones, and then this one he did with bleach.
That's really cool.
And we're hoping to get a bunch more made. Him and his girlfriend are making them on the side because they've been really popular in the gift shop. So hopefully we'll have some available for sale soon.
That's awesome. I definitely have to pick me up one of those. I love having my shirts to wear.
Yeah.
And in case people don't know, today's the day. What's the significance behind that?
That was my grandfather's mantra. He just said it every day. He was such a charismatic, jovial man. Everybody loved him. He was very funny, very charismatic. And if, he would get you to believe in his dream. And so every day he said, today's the day, every day, perseverance, we're going to find it. And, he believed that every day was the day that they were going to find it. So for those of you who don't know, he actually searched for the Atocha for 16 years before actually finding the mother lode. Wow. And for all those treasure hunters out there, how hard treasure hunting actually is. There's a lot of glitz and glamour around the subject, but the actual work is very gruesome. Yes. It's grueling, hard work, and there's a lot of empty holes that you dig in the water and on land.
Yep.
And before you actually find something, that's worth talking about. So, but he also was the type of person that's all about the fun, romance, and adventure. So it's not always just about what you find, it's about the journey.
Exactly. It's always about that adventure.
But he said today's the day, every day, and he kept his crew alive and he kept encouraging everybody. And, all the other treasure hunters around the world too, I think are inspired by that mantra. And that's what, inspires a lot of other people and keeps them going and following their dreams as well.
Absolutely. And Tom Davis said, Mel Fisher is a legend.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep, I do too. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's such a privilege. Every day, I come to work and I get to carry on this legacy that he has left us. And it's just really special, especially when I meet people who tell me what an inspiration he was for them. That's what really motivates me to keep doing what we are doing and carrying on that legacy that he left.
Carrying on a legacy is very important. And when it's in your blood, it's in your blood.
That's right.
I'm going to hop over here to chat for a second. I just want to tell Tom, Frank, good morning. Also, we got Brian from PA, Rich Jordan from Manchester, New Hampshire. And Tom says his favorite piece of jewelry he owns is an 8 real Mexico mint from the Atocha.
Wow, that's really special. Mexico minted coins are pretty rare from the Atocha, so hang on to that one.
And he also said as a young boy, he saw his documentary on TV and was hooked on shipwrecked treasure.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm sure you hear tons of those.
Yeah, kind of. I think that's kind of how it starts for a lot of people is at a young age, you become fascinated with the history. And,
Yes.
if you like history, you're going to, like pirates and treasure and all that kind of stuff. There's so much history that there is, in the pirate world.
Yes.
And just the Spanish history even, and all the archaeology that comes along with the treasure hunting and finding.
Yep.
Yeah.
Before I got into, treasure hunting, it was weird. I didn't like history. And then something changed, maybe my age. I don't know. And then I loved history, and my love for history, that's kind of what opened up the door into thinking about metal detecting. So
yeah,
it's fun.
Well, sometimes it's the right historical subject that really catches you.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So I've had the opportunity to visit the museum, and I'll tell you, when I walked through that museum, I was there with Mark and with Gary Drayton, and me and Gary were just feeding off of each other because, we love treasure. We wanted to leave the museum and go right to the beach and find treasure. Some of the stuff in that museum, it was mind blowing. And if any of you guys have not visited the museum, you have to go. It's absolutely an incredible experience. And I tell everybody that comes in our showroom, if they're saying they're headed that way or not, I'm like, you need to go down there. You need to check it out. So if you guys haven't had the chance or opportunity to visit it, definitely get down there and visit the museum. We have an opportunity too for you guys to come down and a good day to go to the museum as well. Ain't that right, Nichole?
Yes. Thanks to Carolyn and Mark. We've been, talking about this for a couple of years now, but we've actually finally put something together where we're partnering up, and Kellyco's going to come and pop up a tent where they're going to have some metal detectors on site that you can demo, and then they'll be for sale as well. We have a couple of metal detectors in the gift shop that we also rent, so we're sort of promoting that as well. And she's going to make a test garden, and we're going to have a whole little treasure hunting area where you can go out there and listen to all the different sounds, beeps, because we're going to have a bunch of stuff that's buried. So some mysteries.
Absolutely. There's going to be some really cool stuff out there. And when you enter that hunt field, you definitely want to walk around and you want to listen because you're going to dig one target. And that target is going to be something really cool, but that's something really cool. You want to bring it back to the tent because it can mean something else really cool that you can get as well. There will be a chance to win prizes. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to have some special guests as well. We're going to have Terry Shannon. Along with the Treasure Coast, Terry Shannon goes hand in hand with the Treasure Coast. I've had the opportunity to meet Terry several times. Incredible person. He knows that Treasure Coast. He has several books out. He's very successful on the Treasure Coast. Everybody wants an opportunity to go out detecting with Terry. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to have raffle tickets. And with those raffle tickets, you're going to have a chance to win a day out detecting with Terry Shannon. He's hoping that he can entertain you enough, but he said, hey, you know what? At least I'll have a friend at the end of it. And the really cool thing, and this was totally Nichole's idea, all the money that's collected from that raffle ticket is going to go to the Treasure Coast Archaeological Society, which Richard Hart is the president of the club. It's a way for her to give back. I'm not sure if you knew or not, Nichole, Mel helped form that metal detecting club.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yep, he had a pretty big part in it.
He was always starting clubs, and he was the founder of so many different things. I said, just that kind of person. Like, and if it wasn't there, he would create it.
Yep. So that's really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet everybody and just see everybody and learn from the experts. You know, myself, even I have a lot to learn when it comes to metal detecting. There's, everything there is to know about metal detecting. So I'm excited to just even learn from you and get some tips and tricks because, we live right here on the Treasure Coast and we have a couple metal detectors. But I have not really ever been very successful myself.
Well, once you get that bug and you get out there and you find something really cool, then I
Yeah.
think your days might be filled on the beach
Yeah,
instead of
that's
in the
what I'm
office.
hoping. It's a great hobby, it's such a good exercise, and we want to promote that treasure hunting the beaches too, because it helps clean up the beaches too, because we do find a lot of trash before
Yes.
we find some of the treasure, and we
Absolutely.
got to keep those beaches clean. Speaking of some of the special things you can win, we have this is handmade by the Fisher family. Okay. My brother, myself, my mom, and my dad all created this.
That is so awesome.
We call it the Wheel of Treasure. We have never used it before, so we're going to be debuting it at this event.
That's
and
awesome.
I don't know if you probably can't see all the things that you can win on here, but you spin it. And this is 15% off this purchase. So something that you might find in the search field, when you bring it to the table, you could win a spin if it's that special item. We're going to have several of them out there. So if you win a spin, then you go to the gift shop and you get to spin, and you get to either win a discount. Sometimes we have a free t-shirt on here. We have free books. We even have a 1715 Fleet Silver coin. So you could win a coin. You could find a coin maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to be out in the search field. It's a mystery. But there's lots of things you can win. And like she said, we're going to be raffling off tickets to Hunt with Terry Shannon, and the proceeds will be going to the TCAS. And also, we're going to have a food drive.
Yes, we are.
Yes. So we'll be collecting.
If you guys want to come down, when you guys come down, bring a canned good. All of the food that is collected is going to help out a family in need, especially this time. It's Thanksgiving. Times are tough right now in the country, and this would really help out. So definitely bring some canned goods, non-perishable items, so that we can donate it. Also, we're going to have Scuba Wise is going to be attending as well. You guys know Carl Fismer, Mark Littleton, Bradley Williams. They'll be attending there too. So you can talk to them if you haven't had the opportunity to meet them. So they'll be attending as well.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see everybody. And I'm glad you brought all of those special people up, because I have to just mention this. It's not have anything to do with treasure hunting. But today, November 3rd, is my little brother Michael's birthday. So he would have been 28 years old today, but he passed away when he was 12 years old from sudden cardiac arrest. And he had no symptoms, he had no signs, and he just collapsed. So we've learned now that it's actually really common. And so for all of those people out there that have children, especially ones that are very active and play sports, but what child isn't active? I mean, just because they don't play a sport, they're still rollerblading or skateboarding or walking the dog around the block. It can happen to anybody at any time, and just get their hearts checked. So a simple EKG, which is non-invasive and very inexpensive, and actually being offered for free through a lot of the school districts now. And it's starting to become a requirement to be able to play a sport, which is awesome. Because so many of these deaths are preventable simply by just getting tested. So just keep that in mind. And the reason why I wanted to bring that up is not just because it's his birthday, but because Mark Littleton and Scuba Wise crew, Kevin, Carl, so many people in the treasure hunting community have just always supported us, have always been there for us. You know, they just continue to support us and make donations. And that is what we have a foundation that they're making donations to. It's called the Have a Heart Foundation. And we use that money to buy AEDs which is an automatic external defibrillator, and we donate them to schools, sports clubs, anywhere where kids may congregate, because we believe that that machine may have saved Michael's life.
Okay.
So, you know, we also teach CPR and AED training, and we sponsor a lot of the EKG screenings that are happening in our school district. So thank you for letting me be able to just make that little announcement, and happy birthday, Michael.
Happy birthday, Michael. And you know what? I just decided to add, we're going to have a little container up, and let's see if anybody out there in the treasure community, when they're down there, if they want to make a donation to support your cause.
Oh, thank you.
I think this would be
That's
really,
awesome.
really awesome. And I've done a lot as well with the community. And that's one thing I love about this community is they support each other, and you can really count on them. So let's go ahead and do that. In addition to helping families out that need it during Thanksgiving, let's get some money together in Michael's memory.
Yes, and don't forget to bring your canned goods. So specifically, I think we're looking for any canned good is, you know, any canned good or non-perishable item is helpful, but ones that are, you know, specific to Thanksgiving would be the best, because
Absolutely.
we are going to be donating to a local food bank. It's a nonprofit organization, and it's called Love to Serve. So they help all the homeless in the community. They help children who are homeless, and they'll be feeding all the people who, you know, just don't have the opportunity to be fed at home this year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I'll see what I could do with my club, because I told you earlier, I have a team meeting the night before.
Yeah.
I mean, a club meeting the night before. I'll go ahead and get it in the newsletter, and hopefully I could bring a truckload of canned goods down to the event from the
Yay.
club.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm going to pop over here to the chat really quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Frank said he had the opportunity to speak with Kim a couple years ago. Incredible, interesting family. The Fisher story is amazing.
Thanks, Frank.
Good morning to Gary and Jill and Sean and Ken, Nancy. There's a lot of you guys joining and listening in. And Frank said, happy birthday, Michael. Tom says, happy heavenly birthday, Michael. So yeah, we got a lot of people getting in. And I think we left out one key piece of information. The event is going to be November 13th, which is next Saturday. And it's going to be from 10 to 3. Try not to get there too early, guys. I know a lot of you like to show up early, but I got some set up and I got a 2.5-hour drive. So I don't want to get up at 5 to be there ahead of you guys. So I've learned from the past. So it's going to be 10 to 3, and it'll just be a really fun day, and it's all for a good cause. And I'm really looking forward to this. This is one of my last events this year, and it's something I've been looking forward to for a while, Nichole.
Yeah, me too. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, if anybody, you guys are in the chat. If you have any specific questions for Nichole, just be sure to drop those in there. But let's see. It's at the event's going to be in Sebastian. It's at the Mel Fisher Treasure Museum. That's the location of it, and we will have it. They're going to have it on their Facebook page. How can they reach everybody? Follow your adventures and everything, Nichole. Ways to see what's going on.
Yeah, we're at it's at Mel Fisher's Treasures on Facebook and Instagram. And we also have our website, www.melfisher.com. So information about the event will be on the website as well under the Sebastian location page. And but just in case, if you want to just write it down or jot it down, the address is 1322 US Highway 1 in Sebastian, Florida. And our phone number is 772-589-0435. If you get lost, if you need directions, or just if you have a question, just feel free to give us a call. I'm also available to anybody by email at melfishermuseum@comcast.net. So you can contact me anytime through that way as well. And I just wanted to mention one more thing really quickly. On November 11th, which is Veterans Day, we're going to be offering free admission for veterans.
That's
So
awesome.
any of you vets out there or anybody that knows a vet, just please spread the word. Just come, show your ID, and you get in absolutely free at no cost. We thank you all for your service to this country, and for supplying us with the freedoms that we have. So we want to give back to the vets as well.
That's really awesome that you do that. And I'm sure they're very grateful for it. Our vets, I have a special place in my heart for all of our vets, as I know you do. So that's really awesome that you guys are offering that to them. I did go ahead and put your address in the chat, your phone number, the event details, the website. It's all in there. And I have a question.
Okay.
Tom wants to know, does the museum still offer trips out on a boat to sift for emeralds?
We do if you're a current investor.
Okay.
So we used to have an opportunity like that called the Mel Fisher's Dive Experience or the Atocha Dive Adventure. But it was kind of, only exclusively for a few years, and then it's gone away now. So the opportunity is no longer there. But if you're a current investor, if you want to invest with us, just contact us.
Okay. Awesome. I've been really thinking about this whole investing in the I've been thinking about this since I got out on the boat with Bill Black. I'm like,
Yeah, I know. It's like such a fun experience, and even for people who don't dive, anybody that's a member of ours can come and dive with us for that year that they're a member. Anytime that they want, it's of course weather permitting and stuff like that, but anybody who doesn't dive can sift for emeralds topside. So if they're not a diver, they can stay up top of the boat. Our divers will go down and actually bring the stand up to you where you can sift through for the emeralds from the Atocha.
So I have a question for you, Nichole. Out of this whole thing, I mean, you're kind of in a family legacy here. I mean, how cool is it to be related to Mel Fisher? And you've seen so much, heard so many stories. Is there any particular story that's really stood out to you about treasure hunting, or something that Mel did, or any story that's really just been like, man, that's the coolest thing ever? Probably too many.
I think that one thing maybe a lot of people don't know about my grandfather is that he was an inventor. So even just from a young age, before diving was even thought of, he created, he put a bucket over his head and used a garden hose and breathed out of that in a lake up in Indiana where he was born.
Oh, wow.
At a very young age. And so, his, I guess, inventive nature, carried through with him throughout his life. So he did that, he invented an underwater camera housing because he loved the ocean and wanted to take pictures and videos of fish. And, the beauty that we all know is underneath the ocean. And he wanted to take pictures and videos of it. So he created a housing for his camera so that he could bring his camera underwater. That was before there was underwater cameras. Then he did it again with the mailboxes on the back of the boats, so he was trying to create clear water and bring it down to the clear water that's on the surface. He was trying to bring that down to the bottom. And so he created these things that look like mailboxes. All the shallow water treasure hunters know about them because they use them too now. And, he just invented, like, if he thought of it and thought this is something I need, he made it.
That's so awesome.
He was really, truly an inventor at heart and invented so many different things that, people maybe would have never thought of. And, he owned the first dive shop in the world, I believe, or one of them, in the 50s over in California. And they took so many people out on diving adventures to different things. And, when he was underwater, videoing and taking pictures of things, where are all the pretty fishing hanging out? Shipwrecks, right? So that's what got him enthused about that. He's like, wow, this is really cool. And then he started researching, and that's kind of what got him into treasure hunting as well.
Oh, that's really
But
cool. I did not know that.
I think that's really cool about him. And it's something not a lot of people really think about or know, that he was really, truly an inventor.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Nichole. I'm sure a lot of people, will enjoy that story.
Yeah.
I want to jump back over here to chat again for a minute. I want to tell Russ hello. Also, we got Chris, and Tom wants to know if you're looking to adopt an older son. And And we also have Paul joining us. Just for those who are late to join, just want to go over this again. It's almost time to wrap this up because I see you guys asking what's going on at the museum. So on November 13th, 10 to 3, we will be having an event. Kellyco's partnering with Nichole at the Mel Fisher Treasure Museum. We're also going to have Scuba Wise attending and Terry Shannon. There'll be a test garden where you can go out and try to find a piece of treasure, an opportunity to spin a wheel with certain items. We're going to be collecting food for the local bank. We're going to collect donations for Have a Heart Foundation, as well as raffling off a day of detecting with Terry Shannon on the Treasure Coast. And so it's going to be a great day. You guys definitely don't want to miss it.
And a
10
food
to
drive
3.
too. Did you mention that?
Yep, the food drive as
Oh,
well for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So, but let's see. I think that's about it, Nichole. It's about time to wrap this up. If you guys missed this or you want to watch it again, it will be on, of course, our Facebook page. It will be on Mel Fisher Treasure Museum's Facebook page as well. We hope to see you guys there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, anything else you want to add before we wrap it up, Nichole?
One question that some people have been asking me is it kid friendly? I've gotten that question a lot. So I've always been telling people, yes, absolutely. Kids, as they're the next generation of treasure hunters, let's be honest. Yep. So we want them to learn how to use the metal detectors so that we have more treasure hunters in the future.
Exactly.
So definitely bring your kids
getting involved.
A family event.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, one more thing is maybe mention the admission prices of the museum. Oh, yeah. So when you come to the event, it's totally free. That's another thing people have asked. It's completely free. It's going to be on the property across the street from the museum, behind the museum on the river. That's where the free event is, where you get to use a metal detector, talk to all the treasure hunters, learn from Carolyn at Kellyco, and dig a target. But once you've found your target, you've dug it, and you found your item, bring it back to the table because you need help identifying it. Mm-hmm. And you might need a certificate of authenticity for something. You never know. You also might have won a spin on our Wheel of Treasures. So all of those things, you might have to go back to the museum to cash in your prize and spin the wheel, because that will be in the gift shop. The gift shop also 100% free to just come in, talk and chat, shop. But if you want to go through the museum, it is $8 for general adults. It's $6 for seniors, anybody who is 65 and up. Okay. And it is $4 for children ages 6 to 12. Okay. And 5 and under are free. Okay. So I just thought I'd mention that one last thing.
That's a great admission price. I mean, when I go to the gas station, I can't even spend less than $8. So, and it's definitely worth it. Oh my gosh, it inspires you for sure.
Yeah. And when you come to the museum, just so you know what to expect, we do have like a 20-minute long introductory film when you first come in. So that's just a really good little synopsis of, who was Mel Fisher, what did he accomplish, and some of the adventures that he went on in his life. It just gives you a great introduction of what you're about to see in the museum. And then it's just a self-guided tour through the museum. You'll see lots of different artifacts from the 1715 fleet, as well as the Atocha and the Santa Margarita, and a couple of other shipwrecks that were mixed in between all of his adventures. And it takes about an hour to an hour and a half average. Some people who are super history buffs and want to read every little thing are here for 4 hours. And some people who are not that interested, but just like to look at the shiny stuff are here for 30 minutes. So just keep that in mind when you're planning your day.
Awesome. So it's going to be a great weekend. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys like it and you want to see more for Coffee with Kellyco, make sure you give us a thumbs up. And we will see you guys. We'll see you guys next Wednesday and hope on Coffee with Kellyco. And hopefully we'll see a lot of you there on November 13th. All right. Thank you again.
Today's the day.
Today's the day. And you have a great day, Nichole, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks, Carolyn.
You're welcome. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.